These videos possibly give you the impression that I'm an exercise nut. I totally am not. I'd say that most people who walk a dog devote far more time to exercise than I do. The only difference is that my kind of exercise is resistance training, which seems a bit more fanatical simply because it hasn't been socially normalised since Greek antiquity. Obviously, walking is natural, and we're physiologically adapted to do a lot. We should probably all walk more. My lifestyle is sedentary to an extreme because I read and write a lot and I'm mostly ensconced in a chair. But the dedication to the screen also puts pressure on the exercise routine. It needs to be compressed. I still have cooking and cleaning to do, and I like conversation. It doesn't leave a huge amount of time for 2-hour walks. The resistance training, if I add it all up, only takes 15 minutes each day. It's efficient and compatible with my other priorities. Walking is really good for you, but not so much for me because I've got arthritic toes, of all things, and after a few blocks they hurt. When I moved from cardio activities to resistance training, I noticed the cultural divide between joggers and lifters. People who train with free weights are invisible in the community. They do it in dedicated spaces, often the penetralia of buildings, like the basement or garage, where the hardware isn't so obtrusive. And in commercial gyms, the window is reserved for the bouncy people on treadmills and exercise bikes. The lifters, with free weights, are hidden toward the back. All of this adds to the unnatural stale air feeling, the sense that lifting's artificial, weird and unsociable, pursued by sweaty cranks, grunting freaks in their iron dungeons, who then spend the rest of the day trying to show off their equally anomalous muscles. Thinking about it, sports like tennis and basketball are highly visible. They're never private but seem intrinsically gregarious, with a social levity that seems to go with the bounce of the feet and the ball. Meanwhile, lifting is private and secluded, even at the gym where people are discreet and respectful, trying not to look too much at one another's lift unless they've established that it's welcome. And if you train at home like me, you aren't even entangled in that level of etiquette because the domestic protocols favour people in the house using the room sequentially and without overlap. But that's also a part of the charm, because it's our own world in there, and it's rewarding in itself to make the dedication sustainable without necessarily another soul in the vicinity.